Welcome, everyone. Today will be our session that will close this series. We will come back together, hopefully many times, but we will be taking about a week maybe of practicing what we have learned, which is very important so that we get the maximum results. So all of these different global meditation days will remain on both Facebook and Instagram, and you are all welcome to invite your friends to start from day 1 or day 2. These are the first days where we explain the basics, and then continue through the sessions all the way to day 14, which will be the last one for this series today. Those who have been following all of this series, both on Instagram and Facebook, want to thank you for being there. It's really some very profound knowledge and experience that we can get, and it can have very powerful effects during this time of pandemic and questions and worries in all different ways. We have done the breathing, proper breathing through the diaphragm. We have done the attention on face, shoulders, and abdomen and hands, and feeling the softness, the relaxation, releasing the stress that we have, taking in the energy of the prana. And we have done the pranayama, the sukh pranayama, which is sukha, means the comfortable, the easy, the soft pranayama, which is what is needed for this kind of situation. What we will do today is actually review the session, how it would flow, so that you can continue at home doing your own sessions in a way that is systematic without much of explanation of the basics of what is happening. One thing just to leave with you that is important is that usually we consider consciousness, the mind, the intellect as projections of the human physiology, that it's the physiology that creates these aspects. That is in common understanding. The reality is very different. The true reality from Veda, from yoga perspective, and even more and more from the most modern discoveries of science and understandings, as we have been promoting, as Maharishi Mahesh Yogi has been teaching, and as we'll be more and more discussing as we go along in the different media, is that actually it's consciousness that projects itself in the body. It's consciousness that projects the body. The body is made out of consciousness. This sounds so unusual and esoteric and far away, but that is the reality, and it has not only very important philosophical, spiritual, legal, and all kinds of implications, but it's also scientific. It's more and more becoming the scientific awakening that we will see happening in this generation and this cycle of life. And then we have access to a very powerful understanding of the laws that conduct our life, the laws of nature, the laws of life, and how and why things happen, why we are where we are, what is our reason of being here, what is the purpose of life, what is freedom and determinism, and all of these things will be really more able to be understood and developed in a way that is logical, that has integrity, that has a comprehensive vision of the reality. So whenever we are putting our attention during this practice, simple practice, on the breathing, on the prana, and on the different sensory aspects that we have covered, we are really enlivening something very profound in the relationship between consciousness and matter, between intelligence and physiology. And so these are very profound. So those who have joined us or are joining us right now because they haven't heard and they want to be with us, there is a lot to understand and build up and therefore I encourage you, of course, you're welcome to continue with this session, but I encourage you also to go back and understand the whole process and what is happening on both levels, mind and body, and in relation to yoga, to Veda, to general knowledge of life and understanding of the relationship between consciousness and physiology, consciousness and matter. So what we will do now is go through a routine which will take us through the different steps. And as a reminder, while we've done pranayama, we have done breathing in one nostril then the other, and that is awakening right brain, left brain, and all the vital forces that come to us. And we have also started to put attention on the 5 elements of nature, which are space through sound, then air through touch, then fire through feeling the temperature a little bit, and then taste we've done yesterday, which is the more element. And we will add today also a smell as the final value, which relates to earth. So taste is connected to water, and earth is connected to solidity, to that value. This is how it's described in the Samkhya Yoga, in the Samkhya system of Vedic knowledge, and in yoga as general, and the Veda as a whole. So these are very basic principles and substances of reality that connect the unmanifest to the manifest, that connect the absolute to the relative, that connect consciousness with its projection, which is the physiology. But since this is the last time in the series, of course, I welcome everyone. I see we have querida Alegria from Argentina. We have Great, who says many thanks, Array, Philippines, Roxanne. We have many from the United States, all over the States. Beautiful to have you all. And on Instagram, we have many wonderful people. So from Hawaii, even all the way to the Middle East, to Cyprus, to Lebanon, to Turkey, to Iran, to Israel. So it has been wonderful, even to Norway and different aspects of the different parts of our world, in Europe, many in UK, and all over, even all the way to Japan, are attending. So it's wonderful. I send you my greetings and encouragement and best feelings. And now we will take this time to actually do the procedure and the steps as we would do them at home, so that in the following days, you can actually follow the sequence. And during this sequence, remember to be easy, to take your time, not to feel pressured, not to force your physiology, not to control your breath, by trying to hold your breath and hold things. Just breathe at your own pace and very easy. So even when I say we are breathing in, you might be already breathing out. That's fine. It's the understanding what is important, what we are doing. So now let's say we start a session, how you would do it at home. And I will go through the steps without much explanation. So first, we sit comfortably, easily in a chair. We stretch a little bit by raising the arms to the ceiling, to the roof, pushing up and taking a deep breath, and then let it go from the mouth. So we take breath in through the nose. The belly is relaxing and bulging out. Very good. And now we put our left hand on the chest. Our right hand is on the belly. We close the eyes. We take a deep breath comfortably from the nostrils, from the nose, and we feel the hand on the abdomen bulging out. So we pause a little bit and then we exhale. The hand of the abdomen is moving in. Again, take a breath. Bulges out. We pause for a second or so. We exhale through the mouth. We can make a little lip forward movement. Then we pause. Take a breath through the nostrils. Pause a little. Breathe out through the mouth. The hand on the chest is quiet. The hand on the abdomen is moving. We do one more as we now notice that the face is rested, is soft. The shoulders are soft. The arms are hanging from the shoulders. And the hands are soft as they move out when we breathe in. And the hand that's on the abdomen moves back as we breathe out through the mouth. The hand on the chest is the anchor, is very soft and easy. We cycle one more time through the face being soft. Yes, the shoulders. Easy, relaxed, not hanging up, not pushing, not shrugging, just relaxed. Hanging down. The hands are soft on the abdomen and on the chest. We do this one more time. We go through the face, the shoulders, the hands. Everything is soft and comfortable. And the movement is appropriate as we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So now we let the breath go out. We take our right hand or our left, preferably right if it's easier. Put it on the right nostril, the thumb, and we breathe out through the left nostril. So the right hand with the right thumb is closing the right nostril. We breathe out through the left nostril and empty the lungs comfortably. Pause and take a breath in. Comfortably, we close. Now the left nostril with the middle and ring finger, we open the right nostril and we breathe out. We pause and take a breath in. We fill the lungs until we feel comfortable. We close the right side and breathe out through the left side. Then we take a breath in after we pause. When we finish the breath in, we pause also and then close and breathe out through the other nostril. So we do this 3 times on each side, each nostril. So keep doing at your own pace. And now we will be adding the attention on the sound. So we breathe out, we don't mind the sound. There will be sound, it's fine. It's breathing out the stress, the fatigue, the tiredness, the anger, whatever. Feel you're getting rid of it. And as we breathe in, this time we start with some maybe noise, sound of the breathing as the air moves in. And then we feel that the air can become softer. The breathing is easier and softer to the point where we don't hear anything. We don't hear the breath. I mean, we of course hear the sounds around us, but our attention is on our breath, so we don't fight anything outside. We just see if we are hearing the breath or not. That's all. And then you will notice that the softer your breathing is, the less the sound that it produces as it goes through the pathways of the air, pathways of the breathing system. And we keep moving from right to left, left to right like that, as we have been doing, with the attention on the sound. Remember to pause between inhalation and exhalation from time to time. You continue at your own pace, and now you add to this the touch, which means you feel as if the air is touching the inside, which it does, touches the cavities of the nostrils, of the nose, and it builds up. First, when you are breathing silently, you don't feel almost anything. And then you start suddenly feel, yeah, the air is there, something is there. You become aware of your inside of the nostrils because the air is touching it. It's just that simple awareness, that's all. It's all on a very delicate level. So as you inhale, as you take the air in, first in a silent mode, you don't maybe feel much touch-wise, but it builds up, and towards maybe the end of the breathing, you feel it's there. Yeah, you feel it has built up. There is some more touch feeling, some feeling that the structures are there. That's what the touch is. It's a very delicate level of functioning. We are on the fine, fine level of the senses. And now that you feel that, you're going to have your attention on the temperature. Is it a cooling air? Is it a warmer air? And so that also builds up, and it's also a very delicate level. Just the attention on how cold or how fresh or how warm it is enough. You might feel, I don't feel anything. Fine, then you are on the finest level of the feeling of the senses, on the finest level of the senses, which is actually the finest level is almost nothingness. So there is that change in temperature. We might feel it, but if you don't feel it, it's fine. It's also there because your attention is there. It's consciousness projecting itself in the mode of temperature, in the mode of fire. What is the fire? Fire can be very hot, or the other side of the fire is the coolness. So as long as we feel the coolness, then we are also in that range of less temperature going up as it warms up. So that's the element that we are talking about, not the actual heating or hot, but you might feel that coolness. So you continue that. And now, at your own pace, as you continue from left nostril, right nostril, as we are doing the pranayama, you now feel the taste element, the water element. That usually comes also towards the end of the inhalation, and you can feel something in the back of the mouth or the back of the throat, some watery feeling, some kind of very subtle level of taste. You might taste something actually that's in your mouth, it's fine. Or you might just feel the water element that takes us now into the taste value. Taste is associated with water. So we keep the eyes closed, and now we have our attention on that watery element as we breathe in. Again, as we breathe out, we're releasing. It's no more attention on anything specific, but it's just the purification, the letting things out. If there is anything hard or that you're feeling not well about, then let it go through the exhalation. And then breathing in is all this beautiful feeling of the life energy in the mode of the different senses. And now we're going to add smell. Smell in the Veda is related to the earth element, solidity. And the smell is an overall feeling, whether you're smelling something. Again, you might feel I'm not smelling anything, then fine. It's the finest level of smell is no smell. And so your attention is there, but you might smell something from the environment. Maybe somebody's cooking something, maybe there is something you're sensitive to, whether it's a very beautiful smell or no smell or some kind of smell which you might, not like so much. It doesn't matter. It's just we are on the finest level of the sense of smell which comes through the air that is moving through our pranayama as we take the air in. Some might feel it's almost a memory of a smell. Then it's also fine. That's the finest level, on the finer level. The finest is maybe even no smell at all, but we don't try, we don't force the mind to smell something. We just see, are we smelling something? Which means our attention, the area in our nervous system related to smell, which is actually somewhere in the front of the of the face, of the brain, I mean, of the nervous system. And then all these other different modalities are in different parts of the brain. They kind of are the ones that are alerted and awakened. And this is what we're doing, awakening the nervous system and the finer qualities of its perception, connecting consciousness with physiology. And that is deep level of pranayama. So once you've done this once, you can now repeat the different sense values. So from hearing to touch, to temperature, to taste, and to smell. And you can do this for 5 to 10 minutes if according to your time. And then at the end, you just keep the eyes closed and put your hands comfortably on your lap or, wherever, so comfortable. And take 1 or 2 minutes quietly and come out of it if this is all what you are doing. Otherwise, those who practice transcendental meditation, you do the same comfortably, and then you keep the eyes closed and you wait for maybe even 1 minute, and then you start your transcending, which is the most powerful level of enlivening mind-body coordination, strengthening the balance in the physiology in a natural way. Of course, during TM, we don't manipulate the mind. We don't try to put our attention on anything specific. We don't try to control. As you have learned, you just do it, and having kind of left behind what you would have done, even though this pranayama is very profound and important in balancing mind-body. Every technique has its quality, and so TM, Transcendental Meditation, we do it without referring to what we have been doing during pranayama or during asanas or during daily activity or like this. It's an innocent, simple technique, which I'm sure everyone who's been with us either practices or will be practicing hopefully very soon. This is very good. So this takes us to the completion of this special program that we have shared together from all over the world. I can see now also Indonesia coming in, Bali, many people, wonderful. Nepal and India also, all over. So do this 2-3 times a day if you can. And most important is those who practice transcendental meditation to do your technique and do it during the times ideally that we are having this super radiance program, because individual consciousness contributes to collective consciousness, and collective consciousness also contributes to improving individuals' conditions in life, because that's the wholeness that controls or influences at least the individual life also. And so by doing this together, transcending together, we are helping the entire society to be on a calmer level of greater clarity and greater confidence, and able to get over this pandemic and over any difficulty or any situation that we might encounter. So this program is special. We have not done this before in our transcendental meditation organization and structure, but we're offering it as a help during these difficult times. And we hope you will benefit from it, as well as your friends, and that you have enjoyed being on this. And we will let you know when we start a new series, but practice this now regularly And a lot will be happening that is good. And we join together in continuing to be one wonderful collective humanity of higher states of consciousness, improving life and living in every aspect so that we can really live the full dignity of our true reality, which is living bliss consciousness, living wholeness, living fullness, living perfection in life. So there are other courses also. I can see there are questions about other courses. And there will be courses that you can see on tm.org, that on MIU, Maharishi International University websites that we are offering. And also there will be a master series that will be offered on drtonynader.com, where we go into some of these theoretical and practical aspects in great detail and expound different aspects of pulse diagnosis, of yoga asanas exercises, and knowledge about Veda and yoga. And so there is a lot of knowledge that one can have. It's good that you join and participate during this time rather than be concentrating only on one issue of this virus and its bad effects and all of that. We can break this cycle and be on the fullness of life and use this time to improve our understanding of the nature of things and how we can have balance in nature between mind and body, and also between body and environment, and the whole reality of why we are here and the purpose that is the purpose of life and living, growing into fullness and experiencing higher states of consciousness and fulfillment and enlightenment, fully enlightened in knowledge and practice. Very good. So that completes the day 14, but we will take another time to meditate together, another few minutes. So again, welcome to all of you, and thank you for being there. Even Spanish speakers can visit drtonynader.com. There are also particularly the Facebook is being translated, all these sessions. We have a wonderful team that has been created by one of our great leaders, Raja Luis, and others, and Adrienne Schoenfeld, that are helping to translate into different languages, including in Hindi and Telugu and Spanish and Portuguese and Italian, and many of our Italian and great leaders of the Transcendental Meditation movement in different countries are participating. So without further ado, thank you all, and let's close the eyes and do our transcendental meditation together, or those who don't do meditation, do this program that we've just done, this routine, and enjoy fullness of life and happiness. Be healthy and happy, stay safe, and maintain all necessary distance for your protection and others. Jai Gurudev. We now close the eyes